Okay, next we go to fundamental problem 6.6, right? So you have this truss system, AB, BC, CD, BD, BE, ED, and AE, alright? And you have two supports. At point A you have pin, at point C you have pin and roller, okay? And at point E you have two applied loads. One is vertical, vertical downwards of 60 kN, and one is 40 kN going to the right, right? And then you have this 30-degree angle, okay, between these two lines, right? So the question asks you to find what is the force for each member, what is the force for each member of the truss, and state by base, tension, compression. Basically, you have to find everything. Okay. In this case, basically, you have lots of truss members, right? But actually, please do realize that there are some of them which are basically zero force members. What are they? The first one is this. Okay. How do you know that? Because at joint D, ED, DC, these two members are collinear. So the third one, okay, which is non-collinear, will be a zero force member. Okay. Having said that, you will just simply make this easier, right? Having said that, this one will be very easy now. Okay. So this is the zero force member. So you can start from any point actually. But please do understand. For instance, if you start from point E, what you have is you have three unknowns, right? ED, FED, FEB, FAE. It's not a wise decision to start with point E. The reason is because you have three unknowns while you have only two equations, Fx 0, F 0. You cannot solve every one of them in one go. So choosing point E as the first one is not a good idea. Actually, the best is actually in this case is for you to choose probably point A or point C as the first one, right? So if you want to do that, why? This is because, for instance, if you choose point C here, you have just one direction, right? If you know that direction and you have only two force members, which are CD and BC, you can solve them directly in one go. Fy 0 you got one, and you do Fx 0 you got another one, right? So to do this, basically you need to find the reactions. Okay, so this is pin roller, so you have only Cy, isn't it? While this is pin at point A, so you have a Y and AX. Why AX goes to the left? Simply because I know that it goes to the left because of 40 kN. Right? So if you want to start with point C, right? So you need to find Cy. To find Cy, do the fluid diagram to the whole truss system. So the wisest way, the best way is to do moment about point E, so that you can eliminate AX and Y in the equation, right? So let's do moment about point A. Assuming counterclockwise as positive, so you have Cy, okay, counterclockwise as positive, so you turn that one with this arm, right, which is 9, oh sorry, not 9, 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, okay, Cy times 6, okay, moment about A, and you have 45 kN moment, okay, counterclockwise, right, so it is minus Cy as minus 45 kN, okay, the moment is counterclockwise, clockwise, which is minus here because you assume counterclockwise is positive. 45 times the distance. What is the distance? It is, what's that? Tangent 30 is this over 6, isn't it? So this is 6 tangent 30. Okay, simple geometry again, you need to understand. 6, 30. So tangent 30 is AE over 6, isn't it? So AE is 6 times tangent 30, right? And then how about 60 kN? There is no because it acts on the line of action, passes through the point A. This is 0. So your Cy, solve this, your Cy is 95.98 kN, right? So Cy here is 25.98 kN. Okay, you got your Cy, you go to follow the diagram at joint C as we intended to do. Okay, at joint C you have this CY, which is 35.98 kilonewton, right? And then what else you have? You have the CD, right? FCD, which is going down, FCD, okay? And this is the angle, and because of that, your FBC going to the left, which is this intention, alright? And you know that this is 30 kilonewton, 30 degree angle between FCD and FC, alright? Okay, so you do Fy equals 0 as your first equation. Okay, 25.98 going up positive minus FCD sine 30 equals to 0. 25.98 minus FCD, okay, the component of Y component is sine 30. So your FCD, the magnitude of it is 51.96 kilonewton. Hit the calculator, you get that one as is. And because it is correct, I mean positive, actually your initial assumption is correct and it is compression. Alright, so that's your first member. And the next one is FBC, which you can do Fx equal to 0, right? So this is minus FBC going to the left, plus FCD, which is 51.98. The x component is cosine 30 equals to 0. So your FBC, you solve that one, again, you got positive value, which is 45 kilonewton. 45 kilonewton. 45 kilonewton. And because you got positive value, so initial assumption is correct, it is intention. Right? So you got your these members. Right? Next. Okay, next, what do you want to find? You can do this, right, at joint D, to find this FDE. So next you can do at joint D, alright, FCD from before, it is 51.96 kilonewton, so 51.96 kilonewton compression, so that's why it goes inside, and it is opposed by FED, so it will go inside as well. So this is FED, right? What happened with FBD? It is a, what happened with FBD? This is zero force member, right? This is collinear, right? So in this case, there is no FBD. Okay, so in this case, you do what this axis, or whatever, as long as you understand, then that's fine. FED equals to 51.96 kilonewton. Similar with FCD, and this is compression. Okay, you got this, and this. Right. Next, what do you want to find? You can do adjoint B if you want, or you can do adjoint E if you want. That's fine. Doesn't matter. All right. Because after all, you need to find all the forces. Right. So let's say you do adjoint B. Adjoint B. Right. What happened here? You have FBC, right? Tension. Where is it? Okay, for particular tension. So adjoint B, you have this 45 kilonewton tension going out, right? You don't have FBD, and of course you have this BA, AB, okay, FAB, right? And you have FBE. Do this. Okay, let's see, it goes up. FED. Alright? Sorry, not BD. BD is this. BE. BE. FBE. Right? So here, if you do FX, oh, not FX. At joint B, if you do if you do Fy equals to 0, you will see that actually your FBE equals to 0. FBE equals to 0. If you do Fy equals to 0, you see that actually this FBE, only this FBE has Y component, right? So FB is 0. It's a 0 force member actually in this case. But after you, oh, by the way, if you look at joint B, can you see that actually this is already 0, right? So these two are collinear, this BC and BA. They are collinear. So this is the third one, which is non-collinear. So even from by looking at it, you know that this is a zero force moment, right? So FE is 0. And of course your FAB, if you do Fx to 0, it will be the same as FBC, which is 45 kN here, okay? And it is a tension, it's in tension, okay? Same as FBC, which is in tension, right? What else? You got this, so you know, finally you want to find which is FA, FAE. So you can do adjoint A to find FAE, or you can do adjoint E to find FAE. Doesn't matter. For me, the easiest one is to do adjoint E. If you do adjoint E, you need to find this AX and AY first, right? And that's not wrong. It's just you need to do extra work. Okay. Right, so next you do adjoint E. Adjoint E, okay. Adjoint E, you have the external loads of 45 and 60, right? And then FDE, where is it? FDE? Okay, 51 compression, or actually 52. So 52 or 51.96 kilonewton, okay, compression, and you don't have this is 0 for level of FVE, and you have FAE, right? So let's put it going up. So this is FAE, okay? And of course this is 30 degree. Okay, so if you do for this point E, if you do summation of Fy equals to 0, you will have minus 60, right? Plus FAE that you want to find about that one, plus 52 sine 30, isn't it? This 52 actually 51.96, okay? Equals to 0. So your FAE, you hit your calculator, your FAE is 34 kilonewton. And from this equation, you got 34 kilonewton, which is a positive value. So actually, your initial assumption is correct, which is going inside, which is it's a compression. Right?